Open your phone. 10 icons call your name at once. Freedom feels sweet until it starts pulling you apart. I'm Plato. Walk with me. In a few minutes, you'll see how freedom, when it loses form, breeds its opposite. And you'll leave with one tiny audit you can use today to choose a wiser pleasure. Previously, we built an inner city and crowned reason. Today, we face a harder case, the city that gives everyone a taste of everything. It's charming, it's colorful. It calls itself democracy. The question I want you to hold is simple. What kind of freedom keeps you free? To answer, we have to sort desires. Some are necessary, like honest hunger that keeps a body alive. Others are unnecessary, refinements that can be trained down and often train you instead. When a city or a soul treats every desire as equal, what follows? Let's make it small. Picture your morning. One part of you wants coffee, another wants news, another exercise, another messages, another silence. Now, if you hand the scepter to the desire that speaks loudest each minute, you'll have a very fair parade of freedom. Coffee king for 10 minutes, then news king, then message king, then nap king. No civil war, just a new ruler every hour. Notice how pleasant that sounds. No judgment. Every wish gets a turn. But then, watch the cost. No plan survives, no craft improves, and your day ends scattered. This is what I mean when I say the democratic soul. He treats all pleasures as equal, switching rulers by whim, and he calls the switching freedom. The trouble is not that he enjoys variety, it's that he refuses a ranking. He won't let some desires be checked and others be honored. Pause a moment. Which appetite tends to seize your mornings? If it were a citizen, would you trust it with the keys to the city every day? I'm not scolding you. I'm asking you to notice the pattern. Because when every appetite claims equality, authority dissolves. And when authority dissolves, something hungrier steps in to rule. What steps in? In cities, excess liberty ripens into the craving for one strong hand. Freedom resents restraint, then resents even guidance, then punishes it. The crowd wants a protector. Inside one person, the same swing happens. The refusal to rank desires invites a single desire to seize the throne. So let's watch the slide, outside in the city and inside in the soul. First, the city. When money talk set the tune, a class of idle consumers grew, the drones. Some stingless and loud, others stinging and dangerous. They flatter the many, blame the few, and crown a champion, the people's friend. He smiles, cancels debts, promises land, and asks for a bodyguard so that goodness won't be lost. Then he tastes blood. A show trial here, a banishment there. He purges the brave and the wise, keeps the worst, discards the best. He starts a war so the people need him, and taxes so the people are busy. He frees slaves and hires foreigners to be his shield. And when the treasury dries, he eats the city that raised him. Freedom's feast ends in fear. Now the soul. By day, the democratic cycles rulers. By night, when reason nods, a lawless beast in us peeks out. Too well fed, it dreams of any union, any theft, any thrill. If that beast gets nourished in daylight with incense, wine, and flattery, one desire grows wings and stings the rest. Love becomes a tyrant in you. New cravings every hour, money burned by noon, debts by dusk. The old judgments you learned as a child about what is noble and what is foul are mocked as silly, then exiled. You begin to do awake what you once only dreamed, plunder chances, betray trust, scare your own parents, then yourself. If a city breeds drones, a soul breeds cronies too, small petty urges gathering around the master passion, demanding their share. The same logic repeats. The ruler who cannot rule himself must rule others to feel safe. The self that cannot rule itself must grab more to feel full. Do you see the trap? We begin with freedom from restraint, then freedom from standards, then freedom from shame. Then we beg for a savior, outside or inside. And we call that savior me. So which life is actually happier? The one that obeys every urge, or the one that ranks and rules them? Let's judge 3 ways. First, by freedom itself. Second, by who knows pleasure best. Third, by which pleasures are true and lasting, not just the relief from pain. Hold these like 3 lanterns. First, freedom. The tyrant looks powerful, but inside he is chained. The smallest craving drags him by the hair. He fears friends, locks doors, lives watched, never master of himself. That is the worst slavery. Second, who can judge pleasures? The one who has tried them with the right instrument. The lover of wisdom has tasted honor and gain, but the money lover has not tasted the quiet delight of understanding. So when the wise say the pleasure of learning and seeing what is better, we trust them. They have range, reason, and practice. Third, true pleasure versus illusion. Relief from pain feels sweet, but it is not sweetness itself. A man climbing from a dungeon into a dim hallway thinks he is in the sun because it is brighter than the dark. But there is an upper world, stable, knowable, nourishing. Pleasures that flow from contact with what lasts, with truth, with ordered work, with friendship under reason, are more real than pleasures that wobble with appetite. On every measure, the unruled soul is miserable, and the ruled soul is quietly glad. Freedom is not the absence of limits. It is the presence of the right ruler within. If I had to distill this, 1. Excess liberty without order bends toward slavery, outside and inside. 2. Pleasures aren't equal. The ones allied with reason are truer and steadier. 3. The happiest life lets reason lead while spirit supports and appetite obeys. Try this today. Pick one recurring pleasure: scrolling, snacking, debating, buying. Ask 3 questions. Does this serve gain, honor, or wisdom? Is it necessary or unnecessary? If I climbed 1 step toward reason here, what tiny swap would I make? Maybe 10 minutes of learning before 10 minutes of feed. Maybe water before candy. Maybe a walk before a purchase. Make 1 substitution. Notice the feeling, not just now, but this evening. Thank you for walking with me. Guard your inner city today. Next time, why poetry can rule empires, and how a final myth teaches us to choose our next life.